Oh, fuck.
Last week on What in the World.
Hey! Help me! The stream is so strong it took my canoe away. I'm fucking gutted. I'm okay now, I've been saved. Josh here. I found Josh. I was walking up the road from the campsite, and I stumbled across Josh and his family, and he has really helped me out, and he's brought me to town, and we've made a few calls and found somebody with a riverboat that's going to go upriver and try to find the canoe for me. So they've just left now, and they said they should be back in an hour or two, and fingers crossed they come back with my canoe, because as you might know, that canoe is worth a lot to me. It's full of my whole life, basically. I don't own anything. Everything that I own is in that canoe, so that canoe is priceless to me. All right, it's it's 10 p.m. and they're still not back. So they've been out there for about an hour and a half. Where I capsized is about 75 kilometers away from Rocky Mountain House if you follow the stream, and they're in a riverboat, so they go about 30 kilometers an hour. So it seems like, because they're not back yet and it's been at least an hour and a half, then it tells me that the boat's my canoe must have got stuck somewhere, and it must have got stuck closer to where I capsized than to Rocky Mountain House, because otherwise they'd be back by now. So I'm getting a little worried that for some reason they're not going to find it. I would find it'd be very difficult to understand why they wouldn't be able to find it, given the river is pretty narrow, it doesn't split. Yeah, still fingers crossed that they're going to come back with it. It's going to feel pretty good seeing them pull up with my canoe. Okay, so it's the next morning now. Heard that a bunch of people in the past have tipped, or a few people have tipped in the same place that I tipped, and their canoes have washed up in the same place. I'm wearing Josh's clothes, the guy that helped me out yesterday, because obviously I got nothing, all my clothes are drenched. So we're going to put a riverboat in the water here where I tipped, and we're going to head towards Rocky Mountain House, and hopefully it's caught up somewhere along the way, and we can grab it. That's the best case scenario. So that's the wave there that I tipped on. Alright, so we just had a message saying that my canoe's been found and it's in town. Somebody found it and brought it into town, so we're going to head back as soon as this rain's eased up. And I'm going to find my wallet and take everyone to the pub. So that's as long as my wallet's still there. My poor girl. Not too bad.
Not bad. Flipped over, you got the cross brace that broke.
Oh yeah?
A couple of
Well, thank you so much.
no worries.
Yeah, where was it?
We were just
Like-
down from, I think you called it Devil's Corner?
Devil's Elbow.
Devil's Elbow.
Yeah. We were just down from there, and I seen it about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. Wow.
And then the other end cap was knocked off. That's all. So are that. They either just replaced it.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much.
But
Yeah, it's huge what you've done, helped me with. Yeah, really appreciate it. So the update is, I collected my things. The canoe is damaged. I need to repair it at a couple of places. The yoke snapped, and then it took a couple of impact hits. So I need to repair the exterior of it. I lost a GoPro. One of my bags has got completely filled with water, and that had all of my expensive things. That had cameras, that had chargers, that had everything. Laptop. So that's big. That bag alone is probably $8,000 that I lost. So I need to replace that, and everything else is, I can fix. I can mend the canoe, but that's a big one. That's a big one. Yeah. Can't really afford that at the moment, but if I'm gonna be doing this YouTube thing, I kind of have to. All right, so I'm here at Josh's house. So Josh was the one that I was walking up the road when I tipped my canoe, and I bumped into Josh walking with his kids, and he didn't even hesitate and just said, "Yep, well, I'm not going to leave you stranded." And I've been with him ever since. And he's been driving me around, he's been organising, he's been on Facebook. Him and his wife, Kylie, have just been doing so much for me. And now they've just put me up at their house because I have to now reorganise and get a bunch more things. I need to buy another GoPro. I need to buy probably a camera and a laptop. So it's going to take me a day or two to organise myself. I need to buy a new phone. I lost my phone when I capsized. They have just been helping me out big time. So I'm taking them out tonight for a meal. I can't even repay what they've done for me, and they're continuing to do. It's not over. He's offering to take me tomorrow to Edmonton, which is a 2-hour drive from here, to pick up my friend Donnie, and also to get all those things that I need. I've said it a few times on this trip about how amazing the Canadians are, and here we go again. It's just amazing. It really is. I have no words for it. Just complete strangers going out of their way for me. It's it's beautiful.
I feel like I'm gonna vomit.
Why?
I'm just nervous.
Don't be nervous.
This is freaking me out.
Look, I'm not this isn't like HBO special or anything.
I
like
know,
that,
but it's just intimidating.
Okay. So it's recording now, by the way.
Oh.
Okay, so a few days ago I capsized, and I didn't know where I was. Well, I knew where I was, but I didn't know how far from civilization I was. And it was kind of scary for maybe a good 20 minutes. I had my Garmin. The only thing I had on me was my Garmin and bear spray. Bear spray fell out of the canoe, and that was all I had. I wandered around, not really knowing what to do. I was confused. I was wet. It was about 4:30 or maybe 5 o'clock, and it was getting cold. And I didn't press the button. I didn't press the Garmin because I was okay. I didn't have any of my stuff. My canoe, I had to let it go because I had it and I was swimming to the side, but every time I tried to put my feet down, the current would pull me back towards the center, and I just had to make the call to let my canoe go. Which I can talk about that later, because it's hurt. That decision has really hurt me now. But at the time it was about safety, and that's what I had to do. So I was walking around for maybe 20 minutes, did a few circles before I realized I need to find someone. I need to find a main road, or press the button. And so I gave myself a few hours. I thought I've got some hours before I need to press it, so I just need to keep walking until I find somebody. And
Like, yes.
yeah, it's perfect. It was great for the shot. Luckily for me, I was walking down the road and I found a young family that has just done absolute wonders for me, and I couldn't have stumbled across better people to help me in that situation. And so here is Josh and Kylie.
Hi.
But yeah, it turned out that I bumped into the best people, and I've been with them ever since. It's been 3 nights. This will be the 4th night I've been with them. So from helping me at that moment, to helping me find my canoe, to helping arrange a boat to go and find my canoe, to putting posts on Facebook, because I lost everything. I lost my phone. I lost my life. To driving me around, to driving to Edmonton, a 2-hour drive each way, to pick up my friend Donnie. The list goes on. Meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. So I just want to say, why did you help me? That, like, anybody can sort of say, okay, drop me down the road, but why you've gone above and beyond what I would expect somebody to do. So.
Try to put yourself in your shoes. You're truly helpless. You had nothing. What could you do? You couldn't leave you to freeze and die. And
yeah. What did you think when you saw me?
Just taking my family for a walk, and I seen you running up the road, and I thought to myself, look at this keener going for a jog while out camping.
Yeah.
And then you got close enough. I said, how's it going? He said, oh, not good. I just capsized and lost everything. And it took me a while to process.
Yeah.
Like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
He's wet. He's cold. Let's get him in a dry set of clothes.
Yeah. That's what you did. And the thing that made me go, is when you said to me, don't worry. You said something like, I'm not going to leave you hanging, or I'm not going to leave you.
Yeah.
You said something along those lines that made me just go, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, he gave me underwear, track pants, dry clothes because I was dripping wet, and then he said, I can take you here and I can do that, I can do these things, and I remember saying, are you sure? And you said if I don't, you said my wife would never forgive me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but I don't know. I feel like
Is that a fear you helped him then?
No. It's the right thing to do.
But yeah, I suppose for some reason I want to ask that question again. Why? Because you didn't just help me that night. You didn't just go, yep, here's the stuff that, here's some warm clothes. Here's I can drop you in town. I've been living with you since, and now my friend Donnie has arrived, and now he's living with you. I'm in your shed. My canoe's in there. You've given me tools. You've run me around for days. It's above and beyond.
Yeah, I think if you're going to help someone in need, you should do it the absolute best you can. Help them out with anything and everything.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, obviously, we've had our conversations about our faiths and spiritual realities and stuff. And so as I have shared with you, I'm a Christian. And so for me, I'm going to love you the way that I have been taught and commanded by my Lord and Jesus. And he says to love others the way you love yourself, and to serve others the way you want to be served. And I think if I was in your situation, I would want all of this as well. I would want somewhere warm and safe, and I'd want food, and I would want to feel safe and welcomed. I would not want to feel like I'm a burden, and I really don't want you to feel like a burden. I want you to really genuinely feel you're welcome here, and we are very, very happy to do this work. We're not like behind the doors like, oh, Tom, when is he gonna leave? Oh, to wash his dishes again. Like, it is such an honor and a privilege to do the Lord's work. And I love that there's a friendship that is being created through this. And I love to be able to bless you and be a part of your story in this, and I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, I think from my experience, for me, whenever I have these situations, and I think we touched on it in the car the other day, that for me, when I go through something like this, I now know what to do.
Yeah.
When somebody else comes running up saying, "Help me," it's so it helps me when it helps me be better when I'm in a situation like this as well, because I now know what was important to me and what I really needed, and you know, it's made me better. Yeah, so
Cool.
thank you for that.
That's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
Well, it's been good. We've enjoyed your company. Yours too, Donnie. It's been
Yeah.
been nice.
I'm grateful we're in a situation where we could help you the way we have.
Yeah. I
Thank
agree.
you.
I love the memories
Yeah.
of you just being here and our kids being able to witness this too and say, oh, it's okay. We don't need to be afraid of every stranger there is out there, you know, like, you know, there is that fear of being afraid of anybody that is, you don't know very well, and just to learn that it's okay to be kind and love people even if you don't know them really well.
And help people in need.
Yeah, and help
Yeah.
people and be kind, you know?
Yeah. You reminded me the other night actually that I am a stranger, and you know, because I
Yeah, I didn't
think-
mean to put you out.
No, you didn't put me out. That was what you said was what needed to be said. You know, I would have done this. You know, maybe in your position I would do the same.
Yeah.
But because I felt so comfortable, you know, I felt just like, you know, we'd known each other for so long.
Yeah.
You know, and then that night I was like, oh yeah, they don't know me at all. They don't know me, and I'm sitting in their lounge just on their laptop, you know, and just yeah. So you made me feel really welcome, and so yeah, unintentionally just felt like I was at home, you know.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, yeah, thank
That
you
was the
so
goal.
much for that. Yeah. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. Thank you.
So my friend Donnie arrived.
Hey, I'm Donnie.
And he's going to be here to help me out. I met Donnie earlier this year on a charter that I did with We Sail in French Polynesia. We hit it off straight away, and we've been in touch ever since. I have brought the canoe back to Josh's place and got it in his workshop, so now it's time to patch it up. And then we're going to be canoeing from here, from Rocky Mountain House to Edmonton. So it should take around a week. That should be enjoying ourselves, not pushing too hard. So yeah, time to get into it, and let's have a look at how much damage is actually on this canoe. So Josh and his family, the ones that found me, they are just the kindest people ever, and they've allowed me to use their shop. So I've got my canoe here sitting in their shop, and he has also given me all his tools and just said help yourself. So today's job is to take advantage of that amazing offer and get this boat back in the water floating. The main damage is kind of around the front and back. It obviously took some hits here and here, and you know, a bit scratched up. This end cap here was pretty much completely destroyed. With two of us, this is the bow, this is the front. So I'm going to take the end cap off the back, put it on the bow. Bow is the one that's going to probably be the most susceptible to taking damage. We're going to take it out, we're going to water blast it or pressure wash it, see where all the damage is. And basically for now, because I can't get a repair kit in time, just fill those holes with epoxy, then go over it with some sort of leak seal, which is kind of like it's a flexible rubber sealant. It's basically a temporary fix until I get to Edmonton, and I can do a proper job on it. So that's the plan. Let's go. The yoke snapped. The yoke is what goes through the middle, the center, and that's like, it's more for portaging, for carrying the canoe. You can see that this end here, it's not symmetrical anymore. So basically what would have happened is it flipped. That side there would have got pushed up against, I don't know, some logs or something, and then the pressure in the water just pushing against this edge, and it just snapped my yoke. We're just going to throw a piece of timber across now and just bolt it on, just so we can try to bend that back out. So that's the plan. Let's go. All right, so we've thrown our temporary brace in, and that has kind of shaped it a bit better. So the next job is we're going to take this outside, give it a clean, the underside, and just make sure there's no damage that we haven't missed. I'm going to mark it all and then patch all those chips and bruises. Alright, so the canoe is drying, we've epoxied it, and so it looks like we're going to head off tomorrow. We're going to walk down to see where we're going to launch tomorrow. And we're going to take a couple of bags and hide it in the bush. What do you reckon, Donnie?
Boy, it's moving quick. We won't have to paddle too much.
Yeah, we've had quite a lot of rain the last few days, so the river's still full. So, yep, she's moving. The canoe is almost ready to go. I just had to wait last night for the epoxy to go off. And this morning I'm going to sand that back, seal it, then we're good to go. Then it's just a case of packing, and we're going to walk down to the river. Josh and his family live like a short walk from the river, not that far from where I capsized. So he did offer to take me into town and, you know, start from Rocky Mountain House, but I don't want to. I want to start from here. So the challenge today is to hike it down to the river and continue this adventure. It's going to be good having Donnie here. He's going to be with me until Edmonton. It's going to be good having some company, and it's going to be good because also we're going to go a bit faster. The knock-on effect of that capsize has been huge. I lost my phone, I lost my laptop, I lost my camera, I lost a GoPro, I lost a lot of electronics, I lost a lot of gear like cables, and one of my bags got completely waterlogged and I've had to replace everything. When I started this YouTube channel, I gave myself about 1 year, and I thought I need this to work within 1 year, or I just have to stop and go back home and, you know, work back in construction again. But after this capsize, yesterday I had to spend $10,000 on replacing my gear, and that took obviously that's a huge cost, a huge hit that I wasn't expecting to pay. So that shortened my time. I need this YouTube thing to work within 6 months. And if that, you know, if it's not going to work, I have to go home and forget about this dream of traveling the world and making videos. So that sucks. But you know, hopefully it can work. Hopefully 6 months is long enough. Yeah. All right. We are doing the first trip down to the river from Josh and Kylie's place. We checked it out last night and we took one bag and hid it in the bush. So we are in Horberg, which is somewhere around 35-40 kilometers upstream from Rocky Mountain House. We want to be camping tonight, probably just downstream from Rocky Mountain House for the first night. So that's the plan. So the time had come to say goodbye to Josh and Kylie.
This is the part I was dreading.
We said our goodbyes to Josh earlier in the morning as he headed off to work. Josh and Kylie went above and beyond during my 5-day stay with them. What they did for me, a complete stranger, I could never repay. Nor did they want payment. It would almost cheapen the experience. They did it from the kindness of their heart. And as Kylie says,
Well, we got 2 friends out of it, so
That's right.
I'm happy for that.
and money can't buy that. I wish Josh, Kylie and family all the love in the world, and I really hope to see them again in the future. And what I could do for them was send them some of my swag, but that isn't nearly close to payment. And now I know what to do. When I see a stranger jogging through the woods, saturated and asking for help, I will do exactly what they did for me. Thank you, Josh and Kylie.
God bless you. Be
Thank
safe
you.
on your travels.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much for everything.
You're very welcome.
I want to say thank you to the community of Rocky Mountain House. Everyone was so eager to help and spread the word that there's a missing canoe somewhere on the river. The kindness and generosity of the people here in Canada never ceases to amaze me. I am forever grateful to those who went out of their way for me, a complete stranger. It's a beautiful thing when a community comes together like this. It's a great reminder of how much good there is in the world. But a special thank you to Josh and Kylie, absolute legends. Thank you so much.
All right, we got her all loaded up, about to head out, and on for the adventure. Let's go.
So once again, please like, share, subscribe, and say hi in the comments below. And if you really want to support my channel in a bigger way, then please consider becoming a patron, where you'll get first opportunities to come sailing with us, real-time updates, and much more. Just click the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. So, I've been umming and ahhing for a few weeks now whether or not I was going to do this, but I figured, what the hell. So that capsize cost me just over $10,000. I lost my laptop, I lost my phone, I lost my cameras, I lost a GoPro, I lost my solar panels, and a bunch of other things. And so to replace all that cost me just over 10,000 Canadian dollars. I'm not usually somebody that asks for help. Whenever something happens, I usually just take it on the chin and accept it and move forward. But in this case, when I started this YouTube channel, I gave myself 1 year. I had enough money for about 1 year for this YouTube channel to start working, to start sort of paying for itself. And since my capsize, that cost me $10,000, just over 10,000 Canadian dollars. And that has knocked back my 1 year, like considerably, to the point now where I'm sort of stressing about it. You know, I'm playing with the idea of going home back to New Zealand and working back in construction again. So it's not real comfortable for me to do this or say this, but if anyone is in a position to throw $1 or $2 towards that just to get my year back, it would be massively appreciated. I'm not asking everyone that they need to pitch in. Just if you're in a position where you could put $1 or $2 towards it to really help me out, you know, that would mean a lot to me. And maybe I can get that sort of 6 months back. I feel like it's knocked me back about 6 months, maybe more. So if you are interested, then head to my website, www.whatintheswag.com, and you can scroll down and you'll see some clothing. That would be a huge help. If you want to buy some clothing, that would be even better. But if you do just want to put $1 or $2 towards it, there's an option there to do so. So yeah, like I said, that's not really easy for me to do. It doesn't, for some reason, it just doesn't sit right for me to ask for help. So I hope it doesn't sound like I'm what's the word? Thank you.